So thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Just to start us off, tell us a little bit about BlackBerry and what you do.
Hello, my name is John Wall. I'm responsible for the QNX business unit within BlackBerry. BlackBerry obviously is a very well-known name, largely responsible for driving the smartphone revolution back in the day. However, under John Chen's leadership, our CEO, BlackBerry has pivoted to a software and security company. We are divided into two business units. We have the BlackBerry IoT division and the BlackBerry cybersecurity division. The cybersecurity division is focused on securing enterprise IT systems. So think about banks, government, and other highly regulated industries. While the IoT division is focused on providing safe and secure foundational software, middleware to mission critical applications such as automotive, industrial automation, medical, cooperative robots, etc. We like to think of it as high complexity applications requiring the highest levels of safety and security. Myself, I come from QNX. I started working at QNX in 1993 in tech support, largely did every development job within the engineering team. We've gone through two acquisitions. We were owned by Harman International in 2004. That's where we really cut our teeth on automotive. And then in 2010, we landed at BlackBerry. We were acquired by BlackBerry to be the foundational software of the BB10 phone and the Playbook tablet. BlackBerry at that time had a sterling reputation for innovation and the highest level of security and privacy. So this was a really good match to the QNX business and our automotive business.
Brilliant. And in a recent article you did for Movement, which was brilliant, by the way, you mentioned the importance of cybersecurity within vehicles. How concerned should EV owners be about this issue? And can the industry, what can the industry do to bake cybersecurity in, as you suggested?
Yeah, I think as we think about the next generation software-defined vehicles, of course, it's led by the innovations happening with EVs, but it's also those same innovations are happening in the traditional ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles. Software is becoming a critical component for the car makers, and for very good reason. I mean, when you start to think about the software-defined vehicle, you start to think about how the vehicle is going to be defined by software features. This is going to differentiate the brands, just like styling, horsepower, handling. This is going to be up there as being very important. However, as the car becomes more software defined, safety and security in the software process is going to become very critical. Functional safety within the automotive industry is very well understood. The car makers know how to do safety. They've been doing safety forever, whether it's physical safety with seat belts, safety around anti-lock brakes. But the concern with safety is that safety is something that does not contemplate somebody interfering with that safety. So we have a saying in the automotive industry and other industries that there is no safety without security. And this is especially true when you talk about software. So the car companies, there was an epic event in automotive in 2015 referred to as the Jeep hack. And these were white hat hackers, researchers, Charlie Miller and Chris Valachek, that were able to hack a vehicle remotely through a cellular connection and control some features of the vehicle. This was a real wake-up call to the industry. Security had to be considered in the same vein as safety. We often talk about safety being a culture, a mindset, very prescriptive engineering processes defined by ISO 26262. Security needs to be thought of exactly the same way. It's a culture, it's a mindset, and needs to be part of the entire development lifecycle of the software. Fortunately, the industry is rapidly evolving to adopt security processes defined by a new standard called ISO 21434, which specifically addresses the security processes for automotive software. We also have WP29, UN Regulation 155, that addresses cybersecurity and cybersecurity management systems within the vehicle. So I think the consumer can rest easily that the automotive industry is taking this very seriously, and that it is going to be part of the development of the vehicles and of the software-defined vehicle moving forward. The industry is taking it very seriously and making really good progress.
Lovely. And you also highlighted the importance of safety within software-defined vehicles. And we've heard recently of automakers recalling vehicles over safety issues. What are some of the challenges that the industry faces when trying to maintain, even improve functional safety in vehicles that are software-led?
Yeah, I think as vehicles become more connected and automated, the amount of software code in the vehicle is increasing. Of that, there's no doubt. The car is going to become more complex with more software. This is especially true as more aspects of the vehicle become software defined. So for me, it's really not that surprising to see a rise in the volume of software related recalls. I think the last statistic I saw from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, in the US, is that software-based recalls have tripled from 2009 to 2019. This is likely to have been, this is likely exacerbated over the last 4 years as the cars have more software. While functional safety and security are critical to the safe operation of the software-defined vehicle, I think it's important to note that software quality and robustness are just as critical to create a good experience for the end customer, even if those software components are not safety impacting. As an example, the infotainment system does not have a safety requirement. However, a poor experience directly leads to dissatisfaction from the customer and can impact sales. So car makers are motivated to create high quality software, both on the functional safety side, on the security side, but also on the capabilities of the vehicle. Software is becoming critically important to the car brand. As I mentioned earlier, as important as styling, as important as chassis. So the car companies are shifting and actually becoming IT companies and wanting to own a portion of that software, especially that software that they feel is differentiating for their brand. So car companies are actually becoming IT companies. But one of the saving graces for software recalls is cars are becoming connected, ubiquitously connected. And we have technology over-the-air software updates that are allowing the car makers to push fixes to the cars without the owner actually having to bring the car back to the dealership. I think this is going to be a very important aspect moving forward, especially when you consider that the vehicle is an extremely complex endpoint, much more complex than when we think about a smartphone, for instance.
No, brilliant. And so how is BlackBerry helping its customers tackle the issues of safety, and what type of solutions do you offer?
So BlackBerry, specifically through the group I head up, offers a number of products and services to support the evolution of the software-defined vehicle. At its core, BlackBerry QNX develops what we call foundational software for the car. And not just the car, a lot of the evolution that we're seeing in the car, software-defined, automated, connected, we're seeing that in other industries. We're seeing it in agriculture, we're seeing it in trucking, mining, we're seeing it in robotics, we're seeing it in medical robotics. This is a trend. Everything is becoming more software defined. So what does that mean? So we are, as a company, what I would like to call an ingredient to the whole software stack, a software defined vehicle in particular. So we offer a real-time safety certified operating system, a real-time safety certified hypervisor. So hypervisor is technology that allows you to run multiple operating systems on one piece of silicon. And we offer a variety of middleware. We like to refer to ourselves as plumbers, electricians. We are what's behind the walls. We are what's under the floor. You don't necessarily see us, but we are the foundation that allows our customers to build their applications in a safe and secure manner. So typically our customers license these technologies from us. So those are kind of the products that we offer in this area, but we also offer services to our customers to help with integration, functional safety, and security. Now, security in particular is becoming more and more critical to the cars, as we mentioned earlier, because the cars are ubiquitously connected, software defined, and automated. And this is an area where we start to pull in the entire breadth of the BlackBerry portfolio, both from the cyber side and from the IoT side. BlackBerry has decades of software security experience, both at the enterprise level and at the device level. So this is a very good match of the entire BlackBerry portfolio.
Lovely. And you mentioned all of that there, and BlackBerry has made some really big strides in the EV world. But what can we expect to see from them in the next 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, I think we have a very exciting lineup of products, product releases and initiatives for the next 12 to 18 months. Obviously, we have press releases coming out, and so I won't reveal all the details here, but we have our next generation operating system, which will launch towards the end of the calendar year. This next generation technology is designed to maximize and extract the maximum performance of the next generation multi-core processors. Safety and security are paramount to the software-defined vehicle, but so is performance. And what we see in the industry is more and more cloud-like compute capabilities moving into the edge, and in this case, the car. And you need to have a real-time operating system, real-time hypervisor that can extract all that performance. So really excited about that technology. We feel it'll be revolutionary to the industry. We also have a technology called BlackBerry Ivy. This is something that we are co-developing with AWS. This is a scalable cloud-connected software platform that will allow automakers to provide a consistent and secure way to read vehicle sensor data, normalize it, and create actionable insights from the data both locally within the vehicle and in the cloud. So in May of this year, we will be launching this as general availability. We've been working on this for the last couple of years, so that's very exciting. We also feel that obviously the cloud is becoming very important to the evolution of the software-defined vehicle. The cloud is how the software-defined vehicle is going to evolve over the next few years. You're going to see that to be able to move workloads from the cloud to the car, or from the car to the cloud, is going to become very important. So we have a number of initiatives on the QNX side related to our products that we're going to cloudify over the next year and a half. So we have our operating system running in the AWS cloud, and it's available to customers through the AWS marketplace today. We expect to have our hypervisor technology running in the cloud later this year as well. And then in an effort to reduce developer friction, we're moving our development tools into the cloud to allow easy integration with our customers' development environment. And we believe that this is going to be very important as you start to look at distributed development environments, people in different locations in the world, people working from home or remotely, to have an easy way to leverage the power of CI/CD in the cloud. And this is the way of the future. We're also looking at developing OCI compliant, safe, secure container technology for our QNX operating system. And of course, one of the very, very important initiatives we have is adopting all of the new cybersecurity processes, especially ISO 21434, which is defining the software process for security, which BlackBerry had a hand in developing. So very important as well for us.
That all sounds very exciting. We're looking forward to it. And you will be joining us at Move in June. So what are you excited for about the event, and what you're going to be touching on whilst you're there?
Yeah, I think the event is going to be great. I mean, I'm on a panel with some amazing people. What I'm hoping that we'll be able to convey is provide insight as to where the automotive industry is heading over the next 5 to 10 years, how software and the software-defined vehicle will impact the consumer and their experience in the next generation vehicles. I expect we'll be discussing how the car ecosystem will grow, new business models that will emerge, and how we'll make the car much more personalized to the user. For me, it's going to be a very exciting discussion. I really look forward to it. And I really believe that automotive right now is at least for me, the most exciting juncture that I've ever seen. So I think it's going to be a great panel.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And we look forward to seeing you in June.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.